Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm speaking, as I was kindly introduced, for the German Ministry of Defense, and I'm in the Armed Forces Policy Directorate, which is more or less, you could say, the head of the 6 armed services in Germany. I personally remember quite well the time in the 80s and 90s when we undertook quite a lot of exercises like Bold Game, Northern Wedding, the Cooperative Series and others, and spending time with the Norwegian colleagues and the Danish colleagues and the coastline up to Bordeaux in February. I still remember, you can believe me. But today I was asked to give you a strategic view of Germany towards Northern Europe, how we would react to a crisis at the northern flank, what are the experiences we took from Trident Juncture, and its use for future assignments. I try to give you an overview about these topics. As you know, the 2016 German White Paper of the German government combines interests, priorities, key areas of engagement of Germany, and tries to give an overall security approach. Key findings are politically, economically, and militarily, the international system is moving towards a multipolar order. We have already touched this field. The global distribution of power within the international community, as well as between state and non-state actors, is in a change. I think we all agree on that. Technological advancements and transnational non-state networks become significantly more important. Their influence in international security policy cannot, from our point of view, overestimated. However, to be clear, even in a multipolar world, I think the United States will continue to have a profound influence, and we have touched this already, on international security policy. Nevertheless, I am personally convinced that NATO needs to strengthen its European pillar. Germany has rapidly responded to the new challenges since 2014. Politically, we adopted a clear stance concerning Russia, for instance, by strongly supporting the European Union sanctions in response to Moscow's aggression to the Crimean Peninsula. Militarily, Germany committed itself to strengthening NATO deterrence in Eastern Europe, has become a leading element in the enhanced forward presence in Lithuania, and conducted a lot more military exercises, well, combined to the 5 years before. In 2018, Germany applied to host and run a NATO operational level command, the so-called Joint Support and Enabling Command, JSEC, in Ulm. This decision followed the recognition of our geostrategic role as hub for NATO force movements in the event of a crisis. And Andrew just touched the challenges we face in this field. With the mentioned challenges in mind, it becomes clear that the influencing security factors go far beyond Europe. Therefore, Germany strongly supports the 360-degree approach adopted by NATO. With regard to our northern neighbors, we are cooperating very closely with the Nordic countries within the current alliances as well as bilateral. This applies to the superb cooperation to Sweden. In June 2017, the defense ministers of both countries signed a letter of intent to strengthen the common efforts. Joint activities with Sweden are to include a pooling of minesweeping capabilities, military education, helicopter pilot training, and medical support to missions. Finland is another of Germany's key partners in the north. Bilateral relations between Germany and Finland are close. This reflects in the letter of intent of June 2017, which fosters closer cooperation, and in the regular military staff talks between our countries. Germany contributes to the Finnish Center of Excellence on Hybrid Warfare and greatly appreciates Finnish military contributions in Afghanistan and in the training mission in Iraq. Germany's relations to Norway are excellent. We have established a framework for more intensive cooperation with the bilateral declaration of intent signed in Bordeaux in September 2011. The most visible result of this declaration was the signing of the MOU last year, about the naval defense material cooperation. The German coalition agreement of March this year lists Norway as one of the 3 countries, along with France and the Netherlands, which we want to extend our defense cooperation. Norway supports the AFP battalion in Lithuania, and in 2019 and in the coming VJTF 2023, Norway, the Netherlands and Germany will again provide the land brigade of the VJTF as spearhead of the NATO response force. While Germany understands Norway's advocacy of a stronger NATO presence in the North Atlantic, we are currently not planning to increase the presence of our forces in this region substantially. Rather than deploying a naval force to the North Atlantic or committing to specific bilateral reinforcements, plans or land forces, we see the German participation in exercises like just Trident Juncture in this year as a very valuable contribution to security and stability in this region. Finally, yet importantly, Denmark is also a close partner. Denmark is a framework nation in the multinational core Northeast, together with Poland and Germany. The navies of both our countries do a lot of cooperation on the tactical and operational level. Turning to the future, I want to point out that Germany had fulfilled its 2014 pledge to make a greater contribution to strengthening NATO's deterrence in Northern and Eastern Europe. In addition, we have intensified cooperation with our northern neighbors to make best use of military synergies and achieve an overall improvement in Europe's defense capabilities. Germany will take over the lead of the Northern Group during the first half of the next year. Furthermore, we seek to bring all neighboring states of the Baltic closer together by cooperation and sharing information. One intention is the successfully established format called the Baltic Commanders Conference, which not only encompasses the NATO countries, but Sweden and Finland as European Union countries as well. I'm convinced the North will gain strategic importance. This goes well beyond discussing possible resources. Germany, as an export-oriented country, and its large civilian-owned shipping industry is paying close attention on possible future shipping routes around the globe, and especially in the North. We will continue to adjust our forces and aim to deliver reliable, valuable military capabilities to NATO and European Union. Germany will continue to follow a multi-directional approach that unites different perspectives in NATO, takes in concern our domestic security debate, which is not that easy, and provides support to the alliances in general. Northern Europe and the North Atlantic are of strategic interest for us because of their geographic proximity and importance as strategic lines of communication connecting us with our American allies. Therefore, we feel that NATO's northern flank will be crucial in any major crisis or conflict in Europe, especially with a peer state competitor. Germany takes its responsibilities within the Allies serious and shows its ongoing commitment. We will be the recurring framework nation for the VJTF land, NATO's JSEC, the Enhanced Forwards Battle Group in Lithuania, provide assets for the enhanced air policing in the Baltic states, and reconnaissance to the North Atlantic and the Baltic Sea. Exercises are key for the alliance to test and enhance the ability of all member states to provide the relevant capabilities in time. We have to talk about this. Interoperability in particular can only be achieved in a test bed of exercises, and all militaries in the room will for sure agree to that. Trident Juncture impressively demonstrated today's dimension and importance of logistics and host nation support. Taking part in this exercise by deploying 8,000 or even more German soldiers, 2,500 vehicles and hundreds of containers to Norway has been a unique chance for Germany to test and improve our operational and tactical concepts and procedures. Until then, the Bundeswehr had never strategically deployed and sustained such a force outside Germany. While this was a challenging and not at least expensive operation, the procedures and means proved to be adequate. Like probably most other nations, we heavily relied on commercial providers to deploy and support such a force in a sustainable manner. Overall, the forces proved to be adequately equipped for future assignment in a challenging environment, as we faced in in Norway. However, a first impression is that the interoperability of our forces at the tactical level should be enhanced. This is an outcome usually you can find after an exercise. Even if the analysis of joint juncture is ongoing, there's one decisive finding, and I like to stress that we verified in the exercise the VJTF Land Brigade 2019 with Norway, the Netherlands and Germany as framework nations is ready to be employed. Furthermore, the NRF headquarters with the first German-Netherlands Corps as Land Component Command in 2019 was also successfully certified. Let me underline one thing, personally and officially. The Norwegian host nation support in Trident Juncture 2018 was outstanding. We are very grateful for the support provided and especially for the Norwegian offer to share the lessons identified on host nation support with us. This is the common spirit, which is one determining factor for NATO's future access. Thank you very much.